In this video, we'll see how to use Lightroom's web module to put a collection of images up on the web almost instantly. So I'm in the library module now, and I usually make a collection of photographs, get them all ready for the web module. In this case, I gave the collection a name, Mendocino Road Trip. And once I'm ready, I have my images all processed, they've been edited, they're ready to be shared. I select Web from the module picker, and you can see the web module has already started to generate a preview of my web gallery. And I'm going to show you how you can pick a template from over here on the left first, and templates are definitely the way to go when it comes to the web module, and there are so many different templates to choose from. The basic fundamental difference though between templates is some of them are Flash based and some of them are HTML. That, for example, is a Flash based template. You can tell by the little F in the lower hand corner. This is an HTML based template, and the difference is HTML is universally read by all browsers all over the world, and there's a lot more control how you customize the HTML gallery. Flash, on the other hand, there's some pretty snazzy Flash templates that I really like. They have their limitations in the sense that not every browser will read them. Certainly a lot of mobile devices don't recognize Flash, but you'll see the options that are available with Flash are pretty cool. So you may be tempted just for that reason alone. So you can look through and see the different options here, and if you see something that looks interesting but you really can't tell by the preview up in the upper left hand corner, you just click on it and it'll apply it to the images that are in the film strip down here. All the images that are in the film strip are going to be applied to this gallery. The thing about the film strip that's kind of cool is also you can edit from the film strip. If I want to move images around, I select an image and then drag it into a new location, and you can see the gallery will reflect that change. And if I want to delete an image from my web gallery, I do it right here in the film strip by selecting an image and just hitting the delete key. Now, it's not deleting it from Lightroom, but it is deleting it from that particular collection. So over here on the right under layout style, I'm going to pick two styles. One's going to be Flash and one's going to be HTML. And I'll walk you through some of the things you can do to customize these templates. Let's start with the Airtight Simple Viewer. I really like this one. It's very simple. It is Flash, so there's not all that much I can do to customize it, but there is some things. And so let me walk you through all the various options. They're all found here on the right. So under Site Info, I still need to give the site a title. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Mendocino Road Trip. And then as far as the color palette goes, I can change the background color by clicking on that color swatch. I can change the border color. I can change the text color. As far as appearance goes, stage options, right now the position is to the left. If I want to move it to the right, I simply select right, and it automatically will generate a gallery with the thumbnails on the right. I'm going to put them back on the left. I'm more comfortable with them being there. And then I can change here the rows and columns. I can make larger rows. Be careful not to go with too many thumbnails here, because then you lose some of the impact of that large image on the left. It probably 3 by 3 is pretty optimal. So moving down on the right hand panel is image info. Now this information is going to be based on any information that's located over here under the metadata. So for example, if you've typed in a caption with each image, that caption information will show up if you then select caption. Now I don't have caption information, so that's not going to show up there. But for example, equipment, I didn't have to type in anything there, and it knows what camera I used. So it will display that camera and the lens associated with that particular image. So as far as output settings goes, you can change the size of this large image, the quality of it. You can change photo borders if you don't like all that white around the edge. Let's make it a little thinner. Padding is the distance between the edge of the picture and the edge of the monitor. We can reduce that a little bit if we want to, like that. Up to a point, you can customize even the flash galleries. As far as upload settings, I'll get to that at the very end because that's going to be the same for both the flash galleries and the HTML galleries. Okay, so now let's go up to an HTML gallery. Select this one. Under Site Info, this is where you put in information such as the site title, the collection title, a description, contact information, etc., etc. I'm not going to type all that in, but it's pretty straightforward. We can also add an identity plate that goes into the gallery as well. This is stuff you couldn't do with the Flash-based options. So I'll deselect that. And as far as color palette goes, we can change the text color, background color, cell color. You can really get in underneath the hood and do a lot to these HTML templates. As far as appearance goes, we can add drop shadows to the photos, section borders, grid pages. This is just the way it's laid out. You can show cell numbers, photo borders, image pages, photo borders. You see, and so on and so forth. You could just leave it the way it is too and be perfectly fine. Image info, once again, we can use some of the metadata associated with each image for a label by title or caption. We can change those here and there. This is where we change the size of the large image. It really depends on how big you want your images viewed. Metadata, you can add copyright information. You can even add a watermark, which is going to be very important to many people, that you can identify your name with each and every image out there. You can add sharpening, standard, low, or high. And then as far as upload settings go, once again, I'll get to that shortly. So you can see with the HTML choices, there are a lot more options. Now, once you've got everything ready to go and you want to preview it, you just simply select Preview in Browser. I'm not going to do it now because then it will go through and generate all the information, everything that's needed in one package for that whole entire web gallery. It's amazing. It's making the thumbnails, it's making the large size images, it's attaching the text, the file information. This is where Lightroom really, I think, it's just so special to have all that information done for you so quickly, both either in the HTML or in the Flash version. Now, once you have everything ready to go, you've previewed it, you're happy with it, then you come down here, and this is where you need to edit the FTP server information. If you don't have this information, you need to talk to your internet provider and get all the information you need. And once you've done it once, it can be saved and automatically done. You won't have to do it again. Finally, after all those settings, after all that customizing, you select Upload, and it's all done in the background for you automatically. Now, one more thing. You can export these files that have been generated as HTML or Flash and send it out to your desktop or your hard drive. You don't need to use the Lightroom uploading process. You can do it yourself manually. After you're finished customizing a web template, and you've set your upload settings, select Create Saved Web Gallery, give your web gallery a name, and then let me show you what happens. I want to put this inside that, select Create, and it's going to go through and create this little icon down here. Let me go back to the library module so you see how this works. And now underneath the Mendocino road trip, you see this little icon and the arrow that appears to the right. When I click on that, it'll automatically bring me back to the web module, and all my settings will be intact, including my upload settings. So I'm ready to go if I wanted to tweak the HTML a little bit or add another picture and re-upload it. I love being able to generate web galleries that are shared by people all over the world so easily, so quickly, and have it uploaded so seamlessly as well. All I can say is really enjoy this feature of Lightroom. You'll find it so useful once you start using it.